Hello! The video we bring you today is super special. It's the ultimate fidget toy, because we've made a die in which each face has a different fidget. We hope you like it very much. Let's begin! Today we make a sensory die with El Gato Rainbow and La Gata Moon. To make this craft we're going to need 6 cardboard squares of the same size, paper of 6 different colors, the printed characters of our series, and a hot glue gun. Now I'll explain the materials we will need for each side, but these were the general ones. And as I always say, this is optional, but I've laminated the color papers to put on top of the cardboard. That way they will last much longer. The first side of the die we're going to make is the yellow one. And of course, it will be dedicated to our friend Gato Rainbow. As you can see, I will use a pipe cleaner, some colored beads, and anything you have to make holes. We will calculate where we have to start making the holes so that Gato Rainbow's image will fit. And we will make 6, as you can see here. We put the pipe cleaner through the first one. And now we're going to put the beads. I'm going to put 3 on each side. And remember to leave it a little bit loose so that we can move the beads like this. It's very relaxing. And we're going to secure it very well on the other side. And now we're just going to put the pipe cleaner through the rest of the holes. And we're going to do the same thing. Put the 3 beads, we pass it through again, and that's it! At the end, we're gonna secure it very well on itself, and it's ready! And with a little bit of silicone, I'm going to glue Gato Rainbow's image, and it will look perfect. Look how cool it is! Let's go with the next one. We're going to make the side of Puma Pomelo. I'm going to do it on the other side, but I'm putting it here to see where I have to make the holes, making sure that I can fit the image. I made 4 circles and I'm going to cut them out with these scissors, very carefully. It's very important that the holes are smaller than the marbles that you're going to use, because the idea is that they don't slip through the other side. What we want is that they stay in this part of the cardboard, and that way we can rotate them. Now, so that they don't get inside of the die that we're going to make, we're going to secure it with a little piece of plastic. I used small pieces of plastic from a Ziploc bag. And I secured it with silicone. And as you can see, it doesn't go to one side or the other, but we can rotate it with our finger. It's super cool and it's really relaxing. When we have them all in place, we put Puma Pomelo in the middle, and it's ready! The truth is that this one is one of our favorites. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to not miss any of our videos. Let's go with the next side of the die. Can you guess who will be on this one? That's right, it's going to be for Tiger Piña. That's why it has such a nice green color. We already made a joystick in another FIDGETS video, but we liked it so much that we wanted to repeat it in this one. As you can see, I simply made 2 little holes in a cap and 2 other little holes in the cardboard. Now we add an elastic band to the cap. And we also put it through the cardboard. And we tie a knot at the back and cut all the elastic that's left. And finally, we're gonna glue Tiger Piña's image. Perfect! Now we have a super cool joystick. Don't forget to take a look at our website. We have a lot of educational resources to download. Check it out because we're sure you will find one that you really like. And don't forget to let us know in the comments. Let's go with the next one. This time we're going to make Classic Outside. And that's why we've chosen this blue color. We're going to make some small rectangles on the back. 2 centimeters by 1. And we're going to cut them out very carefully with the help of a cutter. We take out everything we cut, and we should have something like this. And now with another pipe cleaner and 4 beads, this is what we're going to do. To give you an idea, this is how it's going to look more or less, and we can move them on the other side. So we're going to start sticking it on the back, putting a little bit of silicone, then putting a bead, and we're going to lift it up and add some silicone, only in the middle part. Very careful not to stick the beads. And also being very careful not to burn your hand. Have you seen our other fidget videos? At the end of this video, we'll leave the links for you to watch them. And that's it! Now it's the turn of Leona Storm and Pantera Flower, Gata Rainbow and Gata Moon's grandparents. We'll need their images, a small piece of mesh, and a few marbles. We'll start by gluing their images to the square. And we'll put the mesh like this. And we'll glue it very carefully from behind. When the glue is already cold, you can do it this way. And do the same on the other side. Perfect. And now we're going to put little dots of silicone on the top so that it sticks perfectly. And when it's completely dry, we can put the marbles in. As you can see, we haven't glued the bottom part yet. So we put them all inside. And now we're going to close it completely with little dots of silicone. And when it's cool, we're going to put some pieces of pipe cleaner on top and bottom, so that it will look even more beautiful, and it will also have a much more polished finish. And look how cool it is! Lastly, we're going to make Gata Moon's side. For this one, we're going to need 2 small pieces of fabric and a couple of buttons. As you can see, I'm sewing the 2 buttons to one side of the fabric. And on the other side, I've cut 2 small holes that will be the buttonholes. Now, as you can see, I'm closing it so that they fit perfectly. And with a little bit of glue, we're going to glue it to the square. And that's it! We put it on. Very careful not to burn ourselves. And we have it! It opens and closes. If you make this die for babies, it's the perfect opportunity to put a little plastic mirror behind it, so that when they open it, they can see themselves reflected. They will love it. And as you can see, we already have the 6 faces of our die. They look great, right? Let's assemble it. We put one of the faces upside down and a little bit of silicone on one of the sides. Now we're going to put the other faces of the die like this. With a lot of patience and always waiting for it to dry completely. And as you can see, I'm reinforcing the inside of the sides with a little more silicone. Ready. We put the last one. And when it's completely dry, we can play. Now look how it has turned out. We really love it. With this fidget, you will never get bored, because when you get tired of one of the sides, you can use the other one. Which one was your favorite? Tiger Piña side? Classy Cat side? Moons? Rainbows? The grandparents, Leon Storm and Pantera Flower? Or the side of Puma Pomelo? Let us know in the comments, we'll love it when you write to us. And before we go, it's time to do a round of greetings. The first greeting goes to Mr. Palitos. YouTube didn't show us his comment from months ago, but checking the comments we found it. So we send you a very special greeting. We also want to greet Noah and Emma, who watch us from Argentina. Hello! Lupita, who told us how much she liked our last video. Regina, who told us that she made the fidget toys. And Khadija, who also asked us for a greeting. Thank you so much for commenting. Remember that if you also want a greeting, you can ask for one in the comments. We hope you liked today's video. See you next week with a new one. See you soon!